Red alert. Stocks have been pumping and dumping for the last few days, and the next 12 hours really matter. Right now, we are preparing, and we're likely going to have an attack in the next 12 hours. So, are we going to continue the same pattern, or have we pumped up 3 times and then failed to really rally? That's the big question. Meaning, are we now just going to go lower from here? Well, I think that's a really important question because I don't know about you, but I saw that we got awfully close to support today. Remember, this is like our beach ball. So where do we come down to? Well, within $1, we got down to 566. Why does this also matter? Well, because we just opened a new month. And if we have a look here and we're being objective, what do we note? Well, we slammed down right down to what used to be a previous candle high in July. So we're either going to get a bounce here or we're not. Finally, again, only in one day, now that it's window dressing over, have a look here and see what happened. We got a lower low. So now we got to see whether we're going to continue the pattern and we're going to get a bullish engulfing candle, which would negate the ability to go lower. Otherwise, the bears are starting to flex a little bit here. It's that simple. We also have a lot of data coming out, notably into the end of the week. So we got through Jerome Powell on Monday. That was important. But then we also have initial jobless claims, but notably on Friday, we got average hourly earnings and non-farm payroll. That's going to really matter. Is the beach ball going to stay above water? If we are, then we shouldn't go lower than here. Again, the saying is that when there's missiles in the sky, it is time to buy. I know that sounds really bleak, but that's the saying. So if what used to be resistance is going to act as support, and this will be a launch pad for us to go higher, pun intended, I'm sorry, this is a stock channel. We're not here for what should be happening. This is what is happening. So there you go. Weekly chart starting to show weakness. And we talked about how we were ratcheting up support as we continue to go higher. So I'm not feeling particularly enthusiastic as a bull right here, right now. We either close the week out and recapture last week's low, or, as I mentioned, as support gets ratcheted up for us to maintain weekly higher lows. It's not impossible to do it. It's just that at some point we're going to find resistance, just like we did here. As we continue to go higher and higher and higher, at some point we form a lower low, then we go down. Oh, form a lower low, go down. Okay, we just formed a lower low. Is it time to go down? Is it time to sell right now? Well, I just told you, if missiles are in the sky, it's time to buy. And I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see what happens in the next 12 hours or when we wake up tomorrow. Do not look at these bears and say, oh my goodness, they're fat. They're ready for hibernation. They can come out and they can pounce at any moment. Why? Because we're getting technical feedback that now the bulls did not play defense. So we don't have a higher low. If we don't have a higher low, the only way to know that a chart is defended is to wait all the way until the candle period close, which is when? That's Friday. Today's only Tuesday. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of time. Yes. And like I just said, let me actually pull these numbers up because I think, this is what I mentioned before, I think if the numbers come in as forecasted, they should be bullish. So if we go here to Friday, we got 0.3 and 4.2. If numbers come in as expected, I think this is the Goldilocks number. And this is really important because a once-in-a-lifetime Wall Street rally raises soft landing stakes. Yeah, the stakes are higher. So do not count these bears out. They might look fat. They might look a little bit unhappy, but do not count them out. All right, we went from extreme greed yesterday back down into greed. That's a slam of 6 points. So if this is the higher low, then we should be pushing higher from here and going into extreme greed for an extended period. If not, that's it. We're going to fall back below 65 and 63, and the slide is on. All right. Oh, my God. What happened today? It's like window dressing yesterday. Yes. If you guys watched yesterday's video, that's exactly what happened. What they loved only yesterday, they hate today. So if we look here to the last day, this is now the quarter. Let's see what happens into the rest of the week and the month here. So let's think about this. Let's make it really simple. As of right now, if we're going to go lower, we already know we got to maintain 568. That's where we close today. So if we're red tomorrow, it means we're below the key area. We're below last week's low. Very simple. Red tomorrow, bad. Green tomorrow, good. Green, good. Red, bad. All right. A quick favor, if you guys don't mind, please considering to smash a thumbs up or subscribing to the channel. That would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you ahead of time. So that's the first thing. And then if we think about if we hold a daily higher low, so if red, bad, right? That's the first thing we want to be mindful of. The second thing we want to be mindful of is going to be, do we maintain the higher low at 566? If we do, the beach ball remains above water. It is going up, right? Try to hold it down. Try to hold it down. It popped over. and now it should bounce off the water. That's what should happen. All right, there we go. Very simple. All right, there you go. Nice and cute and cuddly until he starts coming for you, and then you're like, oh my god, this is not fun. Nope. And it was a bear rate today, right? Pew, 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 pew. Right, shots fired over here. AVGO, Qualcomm, Adobe, Now, everybody, bookings, right? Who else? Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia. Pew, pew, pew. Who got some bids today? Lockheed Martin, Raytheon. And there was actually a hot tip that we talked about, I think only a few days ago. That was PEP or Pepsi, if you remember. Let's look and see how that trade did because it hit. It was a banger. Let's look and see what that trade turned into. All right, we hit. So we got a trim. We entered on the 27th, and we got a trim today. We got a trim at 170, 193. We're now in a we can't lose position. Risk is still 2-1. So there's your hot tip for today. Pepsi actually managed to go up. So this chart actually looks good. This is a defensive stock. Easiest way to explain it. So why are people buying this? Well, because they're selling other shit, right? They're selling Apple to go buy stuff like this. Or like, hey, guys, we were in it the whole time. Ha ha. Right? That's window dressing. So now we're going to find out what people really want because look at Raytheon, right? New all-time highs today, I believe. Yeah, new all-time highs. Whoa. Yeah, let's look at LMT. New all-time highs. So people are fleeing to certain trades. If we also have a look here at something like a BABA or a JD, whoa, what's going on here? Whoa, right? 7.3%. Oh my goodness, that's a big, big move. That's right. Look at BABA up by 6.2%. So it's not that the stock markets are doing bad. The U.S. is at new all-time highs. It's just we're starting to see some weakness here. As I noted before, how many full candles do we have here? Well, we have 5 candles in this box. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 that are full. 4 out of 5 candles where we are 4 out of 5 where we open lower than we close, which means the candle is going to be full red if we open here and close here. Then you can get like an upper wick, right? Forms the candle. And then if we have nothing on the bottom, that's the low. Otherwise, there's a wick. Full green, full red. That's what it means. Open here, close here. So we've been closing weaker for a number of candles. That either means that we're going to defend the low I literally just talked about. That would be at 565 in that beach ball area. Or it's time to go down. Let's remind ourselves of what that means. Let's go to SH, PSQ, RWM, and DOG because we have some alerts here. PSQ held today. It closed above the alert price. It didn't fail. Failed yesterday. We're looking for continuation tomorrow. And if SH is going to go higher, which means S&P is going to tank, we now know we're looking for a certain indicator. Let me see if those conditions are set right now. I'm just going to check on the other screen. Yep. SH actually also had a whisper alert today. Not sure why we had an error on that. RWM, nope. But the SH and PSQ alerts actually did go off today. So I would have bought that as insurance. All right. I think that's it for today's video. Anything else? We got payroll on Friday. We talked about PEP, right? We got some PEP in our step if we own Pepsi. And then we got those alerts on Friday. Oh, yeah, here we go. So don't underestimate these bears because read these headlines here, right? Riddle me this. If you woke up in a couple of weeks and you're like, why are your stocks down 5%, 6%? And you read this, you're like, oh, I get it. And there's missiles in the sky. And if we don't buy, this is bad. Look, he's puckering up, right? He's puckered. So what does that mean? Read the headline here. Powell says Fed not in a hurry to cut rates. Fed will move over time to more neutral stance, right? That's him basically punting, saying less, not going to do 50, we're going to do 25s. GDP revisions, downside risk, that's good, right? Strong economy. There you go. The totality of the data. Thank you, sir. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys at 9:15 a.m. tomorrow. Thanks so much.